Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo for Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center to check out the schedule and stop by the tip jar to make donations that support our online classes on Zoom Live and on YouTube for those unable to join when we have them live. We're going to start today in a reclined posture called constructive rest. It basically looks like this, but I'm going to guide you into the posture in the way that I'm going to do it step by step. So yes, we start out on our backs. You can just let your arms rest on the ground and then lift your feet, draw your knees towards your chest. Usually the next cue is hug your knees, but not for purposes of going to constructive rest. It's also called active rest because everything has to have at least two names, right? So now with your knees just hanging there, let your legs float around in the hip sockets. Picture the femurs in the hip sockets and just let your legs drift. There's no wrong way to just explore a little movement here. Just the beginning of loosening up a little. And we're gonna let one foot and then the other just plop down. So the soles of your feet are planted. And we want the knees leaning in towards each other. So we do this by turning heels out and toes in. And we want to reduce the sensation of effort in the legs. Maybe it won't feel totally effortless, but as easeful a version of this posture as you can get. So just play with little movements of the feet until the legs feel at ease. And we're almost done. Now bring your hands to your bottom rib so that the bottom rib is like crossing your palm. So your fingers are on your belly and your thumbs are on your ribs. So your wrists are long and open and your elbows are resting on the ground. Head is resting on the ground. And that's our posture. It gives some nice passive opening in hips and shoulders. And it allows the spine to lengthen just by being horizontal, letting the fluid in the column hydrate all those discs between the vertebrae a bit more evenly. 17 minutes in this posture will bring your spine to its maximum length. We're not going to spend 17 minutes here because it's only an hour class, but we'll use this as our starting posture. You can close your eyes if you like and bring your attention to your breath, which will invite it to slow down and get deeper. Feeling your contact with the ground, the soles of your feet, the base of your spine, your elbows, shoulder blades, and whatever other portions of your back are touching the ground, and the back of your head. Check in with your surroundings. Just notice whatever is there, touching upon any of your senses. Situating yourself in your practicing environment. Perhaps picturing yourself lying on your mat. Scan your body to take in whatever other sensations are there. Making particular note of any unwanted or unpleasant sensations you detect so that you can keep in mind any such trouble spots during the practice, knowing that you are always welcome to skip or modify any portion of practice. Let's take 3 deep clearing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. And we'll just come out of the starting posture nice and slowly. Start with any little small movements, any small movements you want. Let's have double modifiers. Move in any way you want, slowly and gradually. Just went out to breakfast with some students from Yanni's University English class that she teaches and I sometimes assist with. So with language on the brain, we'll attribute the double adjectives to that. Now you can hug your knees to your chest and enjoy some rocking, rolling movements, massaging your back against the ground. We might have a cameo. I see Tito the cat strolling onto the terrace and off again. I'm not sure if he popped in the video frame or not. I'd rather have him than the other cat, Tita, who sometimes likes to claw at me, playfully attacking me during practice. Plant your left foot with your heel close to your butt and cross your right ankle above your left knee. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Let your shoulders stay grounded. Let your legs fall to the right for a few breaths. Slowly bring your legs back up to center. Let them go over to the left and turn your head to the right. Let your shoulders stay grounded still. And I set up too close to these plants. And just scoot sideways. As my legs went down, my foot was coming into contact with the top of a potted plant. Well, not the top of the plant, the top of the pot. Hadn't given myself enough room to twist. Come on up to center. Cross your legs the other way. Let the legs again go to the left for a few breaths. Then back up through center. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. Come on up to center. Uncross your legs. Hug your knees again. Inhale, extend those arms and legs all the way out. Reach your hands away from your feet. And as you exhale, curl up in a ball. A few more times, following the pace of your breath. And then let's sit up. You could hold your legs with your hands and rock back and forth to make your way up to a seat that way, or just raise your arms overhead, tip gently to one side, and press your hands to the floor to sit yourself up. You can sit on props if you want. I'm going to sit on my blocks. It's okay as well if you want to just sit on the floor. By sitting on the forward edge of the blocks or something else, you can let the knees be lower than the hips, tilting the pelvis forward to open the hips up. Let your arms be loose at your sides. Raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back and let it down. And then your left shoulder up and back and down. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Nice and gently roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back. Over towards the other shoulder. Back down past your sternum. You can keep circling, or if you find any tight spots, explore easing that stuff out by rocking back and forth. And then let's change the direction. When you finish the next circle, raise your chin to face forward. Reach out to the sides, letting just your fingertips rest on the ground. Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your head. Exhale, reach to the left, lean into the left hand. Your head can go wherever your neck is most comfortable. Stay anchored on both sides of your seat. Inhale to bring yourself upright. And as you exhale, bring your right hand to the floor behind you and your left hand over to your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe twist some more if it feels like there's room for that. Let that twist unwind. Arms out to the sides again, fingertips resting on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, reach to the right, lean into your right hand. Make sure your neck's comfortable. Inhale, come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. As I'm starting to sweat here and seeing long sleeves on the screen, sending warm thoughts to people in colder places. 27 degrees Celsius here on December 19th. That's pushing 80 Fahrenheit. And humid, as it almost always is in Cozumel. Let your twist unwind. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head go back. Exhale, draw your heart back, let your head tip forward. Continue following the pace of your own breath. When we started, I was completely in the shade. Now I'm getting my head popping into the sun. Now let's just take a real simple forward fold, resting your hands on the floor in front of you. Walk them forward to whatever degree feels nice for you. Let your neck relax. Breathe into your back or breathe into any place you feel tension. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back and lift your torso. Take your time to come up onto your hands and knees, however you want to transition there. Reach back, press against the ball of your right foot. Flex your foot to rock back and forth along the length of the mat. To whatever degree feels right for you. Maybe your movements are bigger than mine, maybe they're smaller. Stretching the foot and the legs, starting to open the hips some more. Pause the rocking when your shoulders above your wrists. Now untuck your toes, rest the top of your toes, top of your foot on the mat, and press against the top of your foot. Or let your knee dip, whatever degree of movement feels beneficial there. Counter stretch. Oh, wow. I guess I really needed that. I just triggered a cramp. All right, listen to the body and don't do more than it wants you to do. Sometimes you think, oh, that feels good, I'm gonna do more of it, and then find out that more was too much. Curl the toes under again, pressing against the ball of the foot. Inhale, reach your left arm out to the side, palm down, arm parallel to the floor. On the next inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back, so the legs parallel to the floor. Bend your knee, reach your heel towards your butt, reach that hand back, take hold of foot or ankle or pant leg, drawing your heel closer to your butt, kicking against your hand, raise your knee and your chin. Release, gently let your knee and your hand down. Reach back and press into the ball of your left foot. And then rock forward and back gently, exploring how much of that movement feels good, feels helpful, feels doable. Oh, so grateful to feel a breeze. And that's enough rocking. Let's try this again. Untuck the toes, press the top of the toes, maybe top of the foot to the floor, and just play with maybe moving the knee a bit. How does that feel in the back of the leg? Tuck the toes under again, press against the ball of the foot. Inhale, reach your right arm to the side. On an inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back. Bend your knee, reach back, and take that bind. Release and lower down. Bring your big toes together. If you like, open your knees wider, maybe right out by the edges of the mat. Sit back towards your heels. Settle down to child's pose. You can let your head down onto the ground, forehead on the floor, or if it doesn't quite reach the floor, or if it's just more comfortable, you might stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. You can also use props. You can put a block or something under your forehead. And if it's more comfortable, instead of reaching forward, you can reach your hands back by your feet. If a variation works for you, scan your body, notice your breath. Tune into the action of your breath, opening the hips as you inhale and the diaphragm goes down. And maybe as you exhale, the hips settle back and down a little further. But don't push them down, just see what happens, just observe. If your hands are back by your feet, bring them forward again. And let's inhale forward and up to table. And if you want, you can bring blocks in under your hands. We're going to transition from table to forward fold. Stepping your right foot up between your hands and then your left foot. Keeping the knees soft, bending them to whatever degree you like. You could keep the blocks for support or set them aside and let your hands dangle. Bend one leg, then bend the other. Sway back and forth, whatever amount feels nice today. Inhale, lift up halfway. Press your hands to the front of your legs and feel the crown of your head move forward away from your tailbone. Exhale, relax down again. Inhale, up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Almost knocked an ornament off the potted plant. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or if it's in your practice, you could take eagle arms and reach forward and up with your hands and your elbows. Inhale to open up again. As you exhale, cross arms the opposite way. Inhale, open. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Rest your fingertips on the ground. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. Plant the ball of your foot and just pause there, lengthening that stance, opening the hips. Then gently let the left knee down. You can untuck the left toes or keep them tucked if that's more comfortable to you. And here, 2 blocks can be used. I got some sensitivity going on in my lower back, so I'll be using blocks maybe more than usual today. And sometimes from here, we just sweep the arms forward to raise the torso, but it's more gentle to bring the hands to the knee and let the arms help like that. If you're feeling stronger in your core today and not feeling lower back sensitivity, you could just go from hands on the ground to hands up. You can keep one hand on your knee or raise both arms. Exhale, sink forward in your hips, draw your arms down to cactus. Exhale, glide back and reach up. And you could always skip the arm movement, have both hands on the knee, rock back and forth, which is what my lower back just asked me to do. This movement in the hips and the legs can be as small or big as needed. Again, what's your body enjoying? What's your body asking for? And then pausing when the left hip is above the left knee again. You're going to twist. You can reach the left hand back and either keep your right hand on your knee if it's there, or if you're steady enough, reach that right hand forward. Yes, wobbling like that is part of the practice. I started to tip over, but I recovered. Come through center, hands by your heart. Reach your right hand back, and if you like, left hand forward, or bring it to the knee whenever needed. Come back through center. There too, I can wobble and almost fall. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor or blocks. Curl the left toes under. Press into your foot to lift your knee. Runner's lunge again. And step your right foot back to your left foot to downward facing dog. And do some pedaling. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Rest your hands. Step your right foot back to runner's lunge. Lengthening there. Then gently let your right knee down. And if you like, untuck your toes. However you want to get there, when you're ready, inhale, lift your torso upright. Exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. Add in those arm movements if you like, raising one or both arms when you rocked back and lowering them as you rock forward. Next time you rock back, we'll stop there with the rocking. To do our twists, you can reach the right hand back. And if you like, reach the left hand forward. Come through center and twist to the left. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Curl the right toes under. Press into the foot to lift the knee. Runner's lunge. Step the left foot back to the right. Downward dog. Maybe nod your head gently and shake your head. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Yes, I'm modifying my movements to keep my sunglasses from falling off. Need to go to the shop and get these adjusted. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Step back to plank. If you want a shorter plank, let your knees down. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the floor, keeping your elbows in towards your body. Untuck your toes. Pressing into your hands, inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay in your lower back. Nice and slowly, look over your left shoulder, look for your left heel, and it's okay if you don't turn far enough to see it. Inhale through center and look for your right heel. A couple more times to each side. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you turn. Coming back through center, exhale slowly, lower down, and pause for a few breaths of rest. Pressing into your hands, inhale, lift your head and chest again, just to the height that's right for you. Exhale, slowly rock back and up to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. When you're ready, on the exhale, lower all the way if you want, or just halfway. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Exhale, rock back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths and release gently down into child's pose. Again, scanning your body, observing your breath, modifying the posture, however you need to. Inhale, come forward and up to table. And however you want to get there, transition to a seated posture with your legs extended forward and your feet flexed back. Inhale, reach out and up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Let your knees bend as needed. Inhale, think of coming forward. Exhale, think of lowering a little more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs to sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs open to whatever degree feels okay for you today. We're going to fold from here. There are 3 ways you can do this. You can walk your hands down your legs, which I often do, but not today. You can rest your hands on the floor at center and walk them forward. Or the one I'm going with today, rest your hands on a block and sort of wiggle walk your block forward. Yes, that's a term I made up, wiggle walk. Let the neck relax, breathe into the back or wherever tension registers. If your hands are on your legs or your feet, maybe you massage where your hands have landed. Resist the urge to use your arms to pull yourself down deeper into the fold. Let the action of the breath deepen the fold. If it's going to deepen, maybe you're already folded as much as you're going to. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back, using your arms to lift your torso. If you had a block like I did, set that aside. Start to nudge your legs together. Bend at the knees, bring the soles of your feet to touch. Leave a big space here between your pelvis and your heels. And you can reach under your ankles or over your ankles and walk your hands forward for another fold. Again, we let the neck relax and breathe into any tension that you detect. And if you don't detect any, congratulations. You can think of breathing into your back and be grateful that no tight spots are making themselves known as you scan your body. Inhale slowly, walk your hands back, letting your arms help you sit up again. One more fold, keep your feet together, draw the heels in closer to the pelvis. Interlace your fingers, grab your toes in between your hands. Wriggle on your seat to shift the bones in the seat closer to the ground. Tilting your pelvis forward and opening your hips. Maybe bounce your knees a little if that feels good today. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips, letting your spine stay long at first. And we see how far that goes, tipping that long spine forward. And then you can let your spine round, let your head drop, breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit yourself up. Bring your hands to your knees, nudge your knees up towards each other. You can plant your hands behind you, lean into the hands, let your arms support you. Wiggle your feet further apart. You could go out by the edges of your mat. You want your feet to be wider than shoulder width anyway, something like that. Let your knees go to the left, turn your head to the right. Come back through center and go the other way. Just letting the knees go as far as they want to. Maybe like mine, one side goes further than the other. Doesn't matter. And bring your feet in hip distance apart. Make your way down onto your back with your feet planted and your heels close to your butt. I need to drink water before I lie down. I left my favorite water bottle downstairs, the one that allows me to drink lying down on my back. So first, just some really small pelvic tilt movements before we actually get to the bridge pose. Press into the soles of your feet and just lift your tailbone. And just sort of rock your pelvis, pressing the muscles of your lower back to the floor, and then rock forward. So like massaging your sacrum, just not even lifting up off the ground, just a little rocking back and forth like this. Oops. Sometimes your mat's slippery and your foot slides away from you. And that slippery foot is a good reminder. Now we're going to go to bridge. So the first step in bridge is to press into your feet. Make sure they're nice and grounded, and then raise your hips to whatever degree feels comfortable for you. If you want a deeper heart opener here, you could clasp your hands Extend your knuckles towards your heels and draw your shoulder blades towards each other. If you're taking that bind, release your hands. Exhale, slowly lower your hips. And float up and down at your own pace. Inhale to raise your hips and exhale to lower them. You could challenge yourself if you like by taking extra breaths at the top of the movement, or let it be more restful by taking extra breaths at the bottom. And let's take a supported bridge. Pause with your hips lifted. Put a block or other prop of your choice at the base of your spine and settle down onto that support. And imagine that that's where the breath is entering and leaving your body. Think of breathing through that block or whatever you're using if it's not a block. Somehow this breath visualization helps your body relax around that support. I don't know why this works, but it does. And it's okay if you don't feel that. Maybe it doesn't work for everyone. Let's come out of our supported bridge. When you're ready, press into your feet, make sure they're grounded. Inhale, lift your hips. Take the support out from under. Exhale, lower down. Enjoy a nice pause after you touch down. Move the props out of the way. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock and roll to massage your back against the ground. Reach your arms out to the sides, palms up. Feel the shoulder blades press to the ground. We'll end with a nice simple twist. Well, I say end, almost end. Couple moves away from the end. The closer your knees are to your torso, the deeper the twist will feel. So you decide how that's going to be. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. Let your breath bring you out and let your shoulders stay grounded as much as possible. Slowly bring your head and knees up through center. Let the movement carry you into the opposite twist. Nice and slowly come back up to center. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands up. Take hold of your feet or your legs. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. And whenever you feel complete with Happy Baby, make your way to your final resting pose. Close your eyes if you like. Focus on your breath or on whatever you like. And that includes the option of not focusing, just letting your mind wander. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm using my phone for audio to mute myself during your Shavasana because things have gotten very busy in the neighborhood, and I'll let you enjoy some quiet instead of my background noise. Start taking some deeper breaths. Moving around bit by bit. Gently and mindfully, taking your time to sit up as you're ready. If you like, bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing practice. The light within me sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste.